I woke up in a bad mood this morning, feeling symptomatic. I went to a event that had extended family at last night, and I have some extended family that I don't see very often, and that anytime I go to a family event, this particular family member and their children completely ignore me, and like with intent, like will not say hi to me, will not even wave at me, just does not speak to me. And I don't know if it has to do with my liberal views about the world, or if it has to do with a discussion about racism that I got into with one of them. I have no idea what it's about, but I let it bother me and bother me and bother me. And usually in these situations, I will go up to them with my little ray of light and be positive as hell and sit there and smile about how uncomfortable they are talking to me. But last night, I just didn't have the energy. And so today I woke up feeling really crappy and just awful and symptomatic, and went off on my husband. Well, started to, and then told him I'm symptomatic, and he said, say no more, which is awesome. So I'm going to try to do that in the future. That was the first time I ever did that. But I realized that if I would have just gone up to them with my little light and been positive, I would have had a much better day today. But because I got stuck in this negative thought loop and these negative emotions, it brought into a lot of other negative things in my life. So I learned a lesson. Hi guys, my name is Steph. I have bipolar disorder type 1 with psychotic features and mixed episodes. I received that diagnosis around 7 years ago. Prior to that, I was not medicated. So I have a lot of experience living unmedicated and medicated. Medicated is way better. And I hope that this channel helps people learn more about bipolar disorder. And if you have bipolar disorder, I hope you feel less alone watching my videos. Please do subscribe. I'm pretty disappointed and sad because Tiffany relapsed. So trying to convince her to go to a 30-day program, but I don't know if that's going to happen. But I have to let her make her choices. The windows.
Put on air.
The air is too noisy. I'm going to Planned Power Fast Food for some junk food and...
You have a very good driver already.
Okay, I just ran into Tiffany and she confessed that she had relapsed. Tiffany is my neighbor that I befriended, who I have been trying to help get through mental illness and addiction for a couple of years now. And she is having a really hard time. I tried to help her get on the phone with some treatment facilities, but I don't know what she's gonna do. Time will tell.
When you're ready.
What do you want?
I told you I want a Big Zac meal.
Okay, can I get a Big Zac meal?
A Big Zac meal.
Without onion ring. You can't add it to the meal, you can.
For the side options on the meal, we have fries, Caesar salad, sweet potato fries.
So Planned Power Fast Food is a fast food place that I am addicted to, but they're very much like McDonald's, but vegan style. Tiffany got out of jail last Saturday, and I picked her up and took her to a meeting, and then on Sunday she started using again. And I had my suspicions, but they were not confirmed until today when, because her plan was to go to sober living before her court date, which is on Thursday. So she did that, but at that point she was already using. So she went to sober living. I hadn't heard from her in several days, and then I go over to her place to do a load of laundry because my washing machine is broke, so I've been using hers. And she's there. And she scared the crap out of me. And I'm like, what are you doing here? And she's like, oh, I just didn't think it was a good idea staying at the sober living, and I don't want to leave Lucy like that, her cat. And I'm like, okay, but you are not going to be a good mom if you're on meth, because that's her drug of choice. And so I sat there talking to her, helped her call a rehab facility, get a quote for a price. So I don't know if she's going to do that. Here's what I told Tiffany. If you have someone that you love who has a mental illness or an addiction issue, she has the meth addiction. So the brain is saying, I need meth, I need meth. And so she goes to rehab. She's fine for 6 months or whatever while she's in rehab, but she gets out and she's faced with the world again. And she still has those cravings for meth, which are never really going to go away. I tried to explain to her that she has a physical problem, that meth has came into her life and it created a hole in her brain that is constantly going to want more meth, and that she cannot handle this on her own. She is not, I explained to her that it would be like having a broken leg and refusing to go to the doctor and refusing to put a cast on it. You're going to injure your leg possibly for the rest of your life if you don't go and treat it. So I tried to explain it to her like that. The problem was with mental illness and addiction, you get a handle on one and the other one harasses you. So like she got a handle on the addiction and was hit with depression. The depression took all of her energy from her and she was sleeping all day. So then her brain, her little meth brain, the little open hole in her brain says, hey, you've been sleeping a lot. Don't you think you need a little meth? And so then she does meth. And she stays up for a few days, and because she doesn't sleep, she ends up going into psychosis. So then she's in psychosis and she doesn't know she's in psychosis, and she is screaming and yelling and having her neighbors call the police on her and get restraining orders so that they can abuse the legal system to have her arrested. So it's up to her. I've done all I can. But I will say, for people that are struggling, if you are having an issue with someone with addiction or having trouble understanding, there is a really amazing series called Painkiller on Netflix, which I watched and really opened my eyes to what a person who is suffering with addiction has to go through and what it's like, and how really powerless they are against their addiction, how their addiction really takes over. They can have the best intentions, they can want the best things for their life, but that addiction is so powerful that it gets in your brain and it tells you things and it negotiates with your brain and it makes deals with your brain and
Hey, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay.
Don't stay up too late.
Okay.
What time do you plan to go to bed?
At 10 o'clock.
Okay. Alright, I love you.
I love you too. But I have to completely detach from this situation emotionally because it's taken a toll on me, and I can't fix her. I can only like try to lead her in the right direction, but I can't fix her. And with people who use, a lot of people say that tough love is the only option and that they have to hit rock bottom, and that's different for everyone. And I'm somebody that you just don't give up on someone. But at this point, I don't know what else to do. So I have texted her because I was over at her place talking to her about the rehab, spoke with the rehab guy. She's supposed to be waiting on her fiduciary to pay for this rehab facility. And so I texted her and told her, if you are not in rehab by tomorrow morning, lose my number. It's not fair what you're doing to me. And, I'm not going to continue to facilitate her falling down this hole. So that's where I'm at with things. I have IOP tomorrow because I'm going Monday, Thursday, and Friday. There's some really cool kids there that I really want to hang out with at IOP, but they're kind of like cliquey together, and so it's kind of awkward. But hopefully I'm going to wedge my way in there pretty soon and I'll make some new friends. But it's definitely like a nervous thing, like kids on the playground, like wanting to talk to someone but not sure, knowing if they actually want to talk to you. So anyway, addiction is hard. That's what I'm dealing with. I hope you all are well. yeah, so it's late. So I'm going to bed now. But I hope this video has been somewhat helpful. And some of you guys are liking the more action-oriented, me out and about in the world videos. So I'm doing more of those. If you like those, let me know. If you don't like that and you just want to see me talking to the camera, let me know that too. Okay, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please keep Tiffany in your thoughts and send her all the positive healing energy you possibly can. All right, hope you guys are good. Bye.